Hi everyone, we're on live. I'm so excited. I've got Oye Professor in the background while people get on the live. Um, it's awesome to be here, and I'm so excited for the 40K on YouTube on Oye Professor. So thank you so much. So today we're here talking about rap, inspiration, studio life. So basically, I had a couple of questions and Q's and A's and things like that. I first want to start off with the first question. Well, you guys share around the live as well to get people on. That would be awesome. And yeah, thank you guys so much again for the 40K on Oye Professor. It's absolutely amazing. And I'm super excited to be bringing out more tracks. On another note, I do have a Are You Gangster came out last week. Hey, and now I've got a new track called Never Stop with the music video, which is dropping very very soon. The music video is so exciting and was shot in Australia, baby. So yeah. All right, let's get on to the first question. It was about why like rap and why I got into it, and I can see you guys commenting through too. So do drop in your comments and things like that. Why rap? Basically, I sort of covered that when in the video Who is Audie B, but what I wanted in rap was I've always loved music. So being a dancer, I loved music. Rapping was like also a bit of like a hobby. So at parties and things like that, I'd always be sort of like rapping to Eminem or, Azealia Banks like 212 and, getting and dancing to that. I've always loved the messages as well in rap music. A lot of French rap, for instance, has, political messages, messages about getting out, getting, into the world, and that's really touching, and that's what I absolutely love about rap. So I got into rap after having done acting, having done dancing, and wanted to be on stage, being me, the artist, being me, the rap artist. And I was in a couple of choirs when I was younger, but I'm not, a singer. What I love is to actually like rap, and I love like freestyles, and I love the idea of like battles, and it's just such a vibe that I really do enjoy. So yeah, I hope I covered that question. But yeah, we'll get on to the next one. What the next question is about how I get inspired or how I write my songs. So how do I write my songs is basically I get inspired on a beat. So the beat is really what I think defines it, and it depends on my mood, and the beat will get me in a mood to write a certain song. So I could be writing, for example, in the studio, or I can also be writing, of course, at home when I'm just sort of thinking about stuff, or I've been influenced by something that day. And yeah, so the beat, it's a really sort of chill and mellow vibe. Then I get into that and I think about experiences I've had, or, even stories people have told me, like during the day, and sort of add that in and create a story. And I always try to make it something that people can relate to. It's really important to have relatable music because, I don't know, sometimes I rap about even like, getting out of prison and things like that. I haven't been to jail, but I know that, people can relate to that. And I've been in situations where I feel like I'm, confined and, not feeling well and a bit down. And so, I need to write that down and I need to express that. So yeah, that basically is how I start writing a song. I do start off with like the vibe and then having verses, and then the chorus is sort of the thing that like I leave like till the end, which or sometimes actually it might be like um, the first, I don't know, thing that I think about is like, oh, that'd be a great like chorus, you know, line or whatever the case may be. So yeah, I do that, and the songwriting yeah can happen in the studio, and but you know I'm not every day in the studio, so I don't just songwrite in the studio. Um, Also, another question that came through on Instagram, I had written it down, was about when do I do studio time? Like, when do I go to the studio? So, obviously, during confinement, I didn't go anywhere. Obviously, during quarantine, we stayed at home. But usually in the studios, I go there when I'm ready to put a track down. I don't just sort of go there and chill. I mean, I go there and I've got an idea in my mind, and you know we've got the song pretty much ready, and that's when we go record, add things that are better to it. And usually studio sessions are afternoons or nighttime, and sometimes can go into like early morning sessions, like early into the morning. So yeah, very very late nights when working and when being in the studio. Um, and it's not really a morning thing, especially like you know for my voice and things like that. Like it needs to you know get trained up for the day so I can feel warm, and then I can just you know go into the studio and spit those bars. Yeah, and also when I feel ready with the intention of the song to put it through. So I want to practice it and practice it a lot before writing up something and going to the studio. So I'll get on to my other questions that I'd gotten through Instagram and stuff, but I've got a question here on live from Molo Rubato 88, who says, have you ever gotten any pushback from people who you're rapping? I ask because I have seen a lot of social and academic commentary on rapping cultural appropriation. So any pushback from people over my rapping, I'm not sure if it means in the sense directly related to like cultural appropriation. But I get sort of pushback in the sense that yeah, people there will be like haters and people saying, oh no, you know it's not good, and things like that, and people critique all the time. And I mean you know it's a free world, free speech, so people believe what they want, and will criticize if they want. It's not gonna stop me from doing it. I always now, if something was actually, if I was doing something that was hurtful or respectful to a certain community or something like that, I would love to be let known. But I don't think I do, in the sense that in my songs, I don't really things like that, and I don't want to I guess invent myself a lifestyle which I didn't grow up. So for example, with cultural appropriation, I didn't grow up, yeah, being I guess you know a colored person in the Bronx. I'm from Australia, but I've also lived my hardships and my experiences. So I don't try to culturally appropriate, and I think that music these days um, doesn't. People just do what they feel and what they feel inside and how they feel a beat. You know, you've got all sorts of different type of people now, you know, doing Arabic music even, or like Indian, you know, music. So there is a lot of commentary on rapping cultural appropriation. I have always had, I guess, positive feedback from people in the industry who wouldn't, I, yeah, I don't think I culturally appropriate. And yes, if I did, I would love to be, you know, let known, or if I had offended some, you know, or people, because that isn't my vibe. Yeah, so I hope I answered that well, and you got the answer that you wanted. Um, so yeah, and another one of the questions was basically about how I freestyle, and like what's with freestyles basically was the question on IG. And so freestyles is basically rapping a freestyle on an instrumental, and it's basically freestyle. So things can be sort of not written in your head, but you've got it in your mind. A lot of people do have lyrics already like written. A lot of people freestyle these days with like their phones like in front of them. I think that's sort of like, a little bit, I mean, it's a little bit weird because I guess the notion of freestyle has kind of gone the window, where it is really spontaneous and it's about just, freestyling and feeling what you've got in your head. You can have bars and a couple of lines lined up, to spit back if you're out of inspiration. And I do too, when I do freestyles, things like that. Some freestyles, yes, that are quite long, and that are sort of not less for fun, but more intense. I like to sort of write something first, have an idea written down about a theme, a couple of words, and then yeah, I do the freestyle, and freestyling gets practiced, and rhyming gets practiced. I have gotten on to reading the dictionary like a little bit every day, like Eminem does, because I do think it's important, especially for freestyles, and especially if you're songwriting your own songs, to be able to have a diverse vocabulary and not just be stuck with certain words that you'll always be spitting back and spitting out again. So yeah, that was basically what freestyles are about. And freestyles is now taken on a different turn. It's not really freestyling in like rap battles and things like that. People just freestyle from their own home, like, hey, yeah, I'm feeling this beat, I'm just freestyle to it, and so yeah, I think it evolves, and music evolves, and freestyles evolve. And so yeah, that's on freestyles. And I do love freestyling. I love hearing different instrumentals all the time, getting inspired, and what you really like feeling at that time and at that moment, that's what you can freestyle back to. So another question that had been put through was about, I guess, a lot of rappers and producers, and it's sort of not a mini war, I guess, but a lot of artists and beat makers are sort of, artists like to a lot get free beats, get free this and that, and there had been a question regarding how to deal, as a beat maker or as a producer, with people who want to work for free, with collaboration etiquette. And what I do believe is that collaboration is important, because it brings new ideas, it brings new challenges, it brings new things together. But work is work, and hard work also needs to be paid for, I guess, and accordingly. So if someone sends you, like, I know I work with beat makers, but people send me like beat samples regularly, and I love just listening to it and things like that. And if ever I do feel like I would like to work on a certain beat with that person, then yeah, I would go contact them, and that's how it works. But I guess, yeah, you don't just sort of, as a rapper or as an artist, just want to be using those instrumentals and not having that collaboration etiquette. And I know it's quite kind of hard as well for producers and beat makers to be able to say, like, look, hey, this is what I think I'm worth. But everyone thinks that they're worth, big, and should think that their work is worth a lot, and I do as well. But I guess I have done stuff that has been for free. So it really depends on what context it is in. So even though you value what you do, and of course that's really important, you have to value your work and value other people's work. Sometimes doing things as a collaboration is also important, to have that exchange. And I'm not ashamed to have that as well when I was younger for dancing, being in music videos, or even, dance teaching, like here and there, to being teacher's aide for free. That's what you do to, get contacts, see the techniques. You're still learning. So yeah, I guess I hope that answers the question on collaboration etiquette. And I did put it in a segment, and I thought today's segment would be good, because it's a lot of rappers and producers and artists are confused about, you know, who has the rights to what. Why could you earn more? Why is he asking for a free beat? So things like that. I thought that that would be good to place it on here. So next, what I wanted to touch on was about basically like songwriting and inspiration, and for instance, how you guys, if you guys feel down or uninspired, whatever your dreams are, I guess I wanted to put it to you guys that everyone can relate to something that someone's done. And, sometimes like I don't have inspiration. Yeah, sometimes I don't. I can't just sort of sit there and go, yeah, I'm going to write a whole verse right now. No, sometimes I don't have that inspiration. It's natural, it's human. But what I do, for example, is if I'm just, I have, I'm blocked and like I don't know what to do. It's like I'm stuck. Then I just, go off and dance or go and call a friend and just chat and, get my mind off things and then get back to it. So it's not necessarily that you have to force yourself all the time to songwriting. It's normal not to have inspiration all the time in whatever you're doing. Sometimes you can just be over it, or it can just be you're having not such a great day. So yeah, I guess it's important to know that inspiration doesn't just always come. It's not like magic, and you does it doesn't matter. It's not bad, and it's not a bad thing, and it's not something to be ashamed of. If you even have, not even, I'm talking about one day, but even if you have like 1 week or 1 month where you're just like, you know what, I can't deal with this. I don't know. I don't have any inspiration. Whatever it is for beat makers, like I can't. I don't have anything, no beats to go off. I can't do it. Then that's fine. Go off, do something else. Get inspiration from something else. Don't stay stuck in the mindset where you'd be thinking to yourself, oh, this is not normal. I should have done it, now. Yes, now is better, and being proactive is better. But I know that despite being always positive vibed and, always moving forward and always hustle and grinding, never be off one day. I always want to be working and songwriting and content creating. But it doesn't matter. I just go off and content create for something else if I can't songwrite, and vice versa. So yeah, I guess that's a little like a heads up. Nothing has to be perfect. You have to keep moving forward. It doesn't matter if sometimes you take 2 steps back. If you've done 3 steps forward and 2 steps back, well, at least you've done 1 step forward, and bit by bit. So slow and steady wins the race. So it doesn't matter if you're lacking inspo, or if you're down for one day. It's normal, and it's totally normal, and it's human. And that's what those emotions will bring out in you, to be able to get a better beat out, or get a better song lyrics out, and get more inspo. So use it to your advantage, I guess, is what I want to say, and what I want to put it. So we're gonna wrap up soon. What I really did want to thank you guys for so much again was for 40K on Oye Profesor. It's absolutely amazing. So basically during this whole quarantine, I've been working, yes, really hard at home to bring you guys content, bring you guys, more tracks, freestyle. Now doing this online, this story time with Audie B, so that I can still be like connecting with you guys and be with you guys, and just chat about random things in life or specific topics. It doesn't matter. But yeah, so I still have that amazing connection with you. So since the start of quarantine, when I released Oye Profesor, yeah, we got to 40K on YouTube. Now we are on over 10K on Spotify. So yeah, it's pretty amazing, and I love it. So we've got a question actually that says, more famous in France or in Australia? Hey, you know what? I don't even know. I don't even know where it'd be like more famous. I've got a lot of people, see, funnily enough, like listening to me in the US. I've got people in Germany. I've got people, yes, in Australia. And I've got, people in France, but I've got people, I think, I guess, a little bit worldwide. A lot of people from the US, I guess, listen to my stuff, and and support me. And even yesterday, I was on a US radio. So my tracks were passed on US radios. So I guess the US likes my work, and I like to bring it to the US because ultimately that's where it's at. But yeah, Australia. I'm collaborating with people there as well in Australia at the moment, overseas, like with other influencers and things like that. So we'll see where that takes me. But yeah, I have started to, even though I'm in France, I want to sort of reach back home as well, and not just because I'm in France at the moment, sort of forget about Australia. So yeah, I am starting, collabs with other influencers and things like that in Australia, which is really cool. Within the US as well, which is awesome. So yeah. We'll see where that takes us. I guess digitally takes us worldwide, but even though we can't travel anywhere at the moment. So yeah, I hope that answers your question, Stefan. Anyway, thank you so much for being here and tuning in. I always love having questions from you guys. So drop them in all the time. On Instagram, on YouTube. I reply every comment on YouTube. And I love engaging with you guys. I am so thankful for everything. Next in the next 2 weeks. So in 2 weeks, there'll be another live on another topic. If you guys have specific things that you want to talk about in the next live, I will address them. Just drop in a comment. And apart from that, thank you guys so much. Stay tuned for the release of Never Stop music video and song, which is coming out very soon. And for more Storytime with Audie B, and more content and more freestyles and more things happening all the time. So thank you. Keep sharing around everywhere. Keep sharing my work. It means a lot. I'm very humbled. The more you share, the more I'm grateful. So thank you so much. And catch you in the next 2 weeks on YouTube. And otherwise, see you guys around on IG, Facebook, and wherever. Much love and stay safe. Have a good evening. Have a good day wherever you are in the world. All right. Thank you. Bye.